Hey, what's up guys, it's just Praise here, and I've had a weird couple of days. So for those of you who don't know, I am a huge Troye Sivan fan. His videos are hilarious, his music, his covers are amazing. So I've been his fan for a couple of years now. So I found out that he was going on tour, and thankfully he came to San Francisco, and it sold out in 2 minutes. So when the tickets went on sale, I found, I don't know how, but on Twitter there was this tweet that says fave if you're going to the Troye SF show. I favored it, I got added to a group chat, and I met these amazing people, and we clicked really fast. Like, it was actually really weird how quickly we were so comfortable around each other, and we were going to meet at Troye's concert for the first time, and we've uvu'd and face chatted, so it wasn't like we were catfishes, and they are some of the most amazing people that I've come across. So fast forward to the night before the show. One of our dear friends in the group chat, he had complications of coming because of personal stuff, and we were genuinely heartbroken that he wasn't coming. So that morning, we were under the impression that he wasn't coming. Fast forward to about noon, he calls one of us and says, "Hey, where are you?" I turn around and I see that little punk walking toward us, and I literally run to him because I haven't met him yet, because two of the friends met him already the night before or whatever. I run and we hug, and I was so happy. So we were like swaying back and forth, we lost our balance, and there was trash, like gross wet trash on the floor, and we fell, and I saved his fall. I didn't really care that we fell. There was like so many people in line already, but I didn't really care how many people saw. It's just, he makes me really happy, and he's always there for me, and so the fact that I get to hug him and see him for the first time, I didn't really care about the fall. Most of us were united, and it was amazing, but in line there was a lot of drama because we did hold spots for people, and here's a picture of us, most of us together. Like I said earlier, the mom was complaining about us holding spots, and so two of our friends couldn't be with us, but we took this picture, and I love them all. And well, can you tell who's photoshopped in this picture? Because one of them, he lives in LA. Very talented at Photoshop, isn't he? Yeah. So anyway, fast forward into the venue. We went to the Great American Music Hall. I'd never been there before, but it was so tiny, and we were literally right there. There wasn't really a barricade, it was tables. It was like tables, and we were right there. And like, look how close I was. It was just, oh my, like we literally touched the stage. That's how close we were. And the opening act was like an hour and a half, which we were kind of annoyed about, but it was whatever, it was chill. But in the crowd, people were already pushing, people were having like panic attacks because it was so crowded and hot, and people were just being really inconsiderate and shoving. And I understand that they want to be near Troye, but they have to consider people in the front row that are being shoved and being uncomfortable. Like, I have a bruise on my thigh because I was being shoved into the table so much. But honestly, I can't complain because I would do it all over again for Troye. And if you want to know what time I lined up, you can ask me personally. I'm not going to say what time, but let's just say early enough to be front row. But anyway, Troye's concert was the best. He performed really well. He was so into it. He was so happy. And you could just see, like, he was just moving his hips, and he was smiling, and he like always looked at the crowd and touching our hands, and I am so lucky that I got to go. And I have this clip of him talking, and then he sees me, and I'm just grinning. I'm literally grinning the entire time that he was performing, and he always like kept looking at me. And there was a time where he saw me grinning, and I said, "I love you so much," and he like stopped, said, "I love you too," and like touched my hand, and it was the best. Anyway, what I also loved about Troye in the concert is that when he would notice people were having panic attacks and having a hard time, he would either stop the song and help them, or in between songs, and if he would notice it, he would help them and have security help them or give them water himself. And not a lot of artists do that, honestly. A lot of artists just kind of keep going, and they would say, "Oh, please move back," but Troye was making sure that people were getting out if they couldn't breathe. And my friend was one of these people. She's been blowing up on Twitter, but basically she was having a really hard time, which sucked because she wanted to make sure that we had fun because, you know, I got there really early and my friend who almost didn't come, you know, he deserved to be there, and so she was putting us before her, and I felt really bad that we couldn't help her. And so she was so close to fainting, so close to going to the hospital, and we got Troye's attention and he helped her up on stage, and he actually hugged her and then helped her off stage. And it was the sweetest thing, and it sucks because she was under so much physical distress that she doesn't really remember on stage. And a lot of people were saying that people were faking panic attacks just to get Troye's attention. And that wasn't true. Like, people were genuinely having a horrible time. And in future show, guys, please don't pretend that you're having a panic attack to get Troye's attention, because you're taking away the attention that people actually need that are having real panic attacks. I don't think anyone in the show pretended because it was a really bad show, but in future, guys, please, if you're going to like LA or, you know, the international show, please don't pretend like you're having a panic attack. The following day, I went to the 99.7 radio station, and okay, let me rewind a little bit. 99.7 had meet and greets for Troye, and I called in and I tried to win. And so I called, and it was DJ Spin. I love him, he's great. I called him before it actually started and asked him how it was gonna go down. And I was like, alright man, I hope I win, like I really want this. He's like, alright, just call back, blah blah blah. And I was like, alright, cool. I call. My last attempt, it just kept ringing. And I thought, okay, it's not gonna work. Like whenever it rings, it just kind of hangs up, but I'll just stay on the line. A minute or two later, I hear Spin. He's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, Spin, is it over? And he's like, yeah, it is. And I was like, oh, okay, alright. He's like, because you're calling 99. And I was like, what? Okay, sorry, I just, thinking back at that. Anyway, so I won. I was one of the callers that won. And I brought my friend Moira because, I remember we went to VidCon, and before that we'd always talk about Troye, and she was the first person that I wanted to bring. And when Troye, Tyler, and Connor came to San Francisco, her twin sister Sarah met them, and Moira was really upset, and she didn't get to meet them when they came or at VidCon. So I'm glad that I got to bring her and kind of redeem herself. So I'm friends with a lot of interns at 99.7, which I'm very thankful for. I'm friends with them because they're honestly cool. I'm not friends with them so I can be like, yo, what's up, you got the hookup? It's like, the interns there are so freaking cool. Like Christian and Cleo and Ruth and Alex, I love them all. Like I would straight up just hang out with them. Like they're so cool. Anyway, I'm not kissing ass. Okay, let me live. So I got there and I asked them how it was gonna go down, and unfortunately Troye couldn't do like a private concert thing because he had a flight to catch that night to LA. And I was like, okay, I understand. So normally I would be first in line for these things, but I found out we're gonna be in the studio with him while like we're gonna rotate and just be in the studio with Troye and Strawberry, and just kind of answer questions and stuff like that. So I go inside and I see Christian, and I was like, hey, oh my god, like he's a huge Troye fan, which I am very happy about. And so I told him, I was like, hey Christian, do you think there's any way I could sing to Troye? And he's like, yeah, of course. I'll try and make that happen. I was like, okay, thank you. So we rotate. It's our turn to go in the studio with Straw and Troye. And after Troye answers a phone call, answers more questions, Straw was like, okay, who has questions for Troye? And then someone from the group chat asks him stuff. And Christian was like pointing at me, and I was like, hey Straw, can I sing to Troye? And Straw was like, yeah, of course. And Troye was like, yeah, please. And I was like, is there a song you want me to do? I don't know if you wanted me to do a song from your EP. He's like, and okay, you could just see for yourself. Oh, and I messed up. Don't. I messed up. Just, yeah. And my mom, yeah, she could put down the phone and stop asking me when doing all alone. And like he was just so into it, and rewatching his face, because when I was singing I wasn't looking at him at all because I was so nervous as it was, and I just couldn't believe what was happening. And I was surprised that I hit those high notes. Like I never hit those high notes, and I don't know what came over me, but yeah, after that Troye was like happy, everyone was like high-fiving me, and it was like the weirdest thing. And Troye at the end asked if I do. What is it? Before I thought I'd meet Troye, I wanted to make him a video, a cover of me singing Fools, because Fools and Ease are two of the songs on this EP that I really resonate with for different reasons, and I wanted to show him how much his songs meant to me and the group chat. So people from the group chat made clips of them looking all sad and blah blah blah, and I put their clips on top of my cover. I'm in it, obviously. I'm gonna upload that video later in the week, but I put on an SD card, and in the video I put everyone's @name on Twitter to give them credit, and I edited so fast that I forgot to put my own @. So Moira, bless her soul, brought me sticky notes and a Sharpie, and I wrote my @ on it and wrapped the SD card with it. So at the end of the thing, I gave it to him, and he put it in his phone case. He didn't give it to someone else to hold. He put it in his phone case so he would watch it later. And it meant the world. And whenever I do things like this for artists, I never expect them to follow me back or to give me recognition, because that's not why I'm doing it. I do it because they mean so much to me. After that, we took our pictures with him, with my +1 son Moira. Christian was like filming everything for me, because I guess I couldn't film on my own, but Christian filmed me singing to Troye. He filmed me and Moira like in the getting ready for the picture and afterwards, and it meant so much to me, because like Christian didn't have to do that. He didn't have to like go out of his way and film it and then send it to me. Like, Christian, honestly, thank you. If it wasn't for your encouragement, I honestly would not have went through singing for him. After that, me and my friends were just like, was this real? Holy crap. And that night I got home, I had homework to do, and I was telling my friends like what happened. I was calling people and no one answered except for like 2 people. Like, why do my friends suck? Just kidding, I love you guys, but come on. When I call you, answer. And so I was doing homework and I'm just typing away, and on my laptop, like, Twitter notifications come up, and I see message from Troye Sivan, and it says this. And I look on my phone and I see this. And I like start, okay guys, I'm a fangirl, right? A lot of the time when I meet people or when things like this happen, I don't cry, I don't literally cry, I just feel really happy. But I think that because Troye is such a huge influence on my life, and the fact that he took the time to watch my 6-minute video, he took the time to look me up, follow me, proceed to write me a message, it hit me really hard, because he doesn't have to. When Connor followed me, it was crazy. I was like freaking out. I wasn't crying, but I freaked out. But with Troye, his music, the fact that he thinks I'm good at singing makes me feel like maybe I have a chance for this. Maybe I have a chance to really succeed on YouTube. Because, I mean, honestly, fame would be cool, right? But it's not the reason why I'm doing YouTube. It's not why I'm pursuing it. I pursue YouTube because it's something that I wholeheartedly enjoy. When I'm stressed out, I turn to YouTube, whether it's watching videos or making the content. And it just, Troye gives me hope in many different ways now. Honestly, I have no words for the past 2 days. I mean, I don't want to brag about it, but at the same time, I think I deserve to be happy, because I worked really hard in that video. I recorded that cover 20 times, but I just wanted to tell you guys my experience, because this was like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Troye, if you ever see this, I doubt you will. Or I don't doubt you will, I just don't think you would, but thank you for everything. Thank you for believing in me. And I DM'd this to Troye, but I basically said that I'll keep doing YouTube, and who knows, maybe one day I'll be his new opening act sometime in the future, or feature on his album. I don't know. I mean, is that cocky of me to say? That's more of a hope than a statement. And so Troye, thank you for everything. You mean a lot to me. And just keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for, like, oh my god, like, people, okay, I'm also gonna say this too. Troye is one of the most humble, down-to-earth, real YouTuber, celebrity person that I have ever come across. Like, he doesn't act famous, if that makes sense. He doesn't act like he's Troye Sivan. He's just Troy. He's Troy Boy. You guys should definitely pre-order Blue Neighborhood. God, it's so freaking good. Troy's sound is like no other. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. That'd be cool. Again, I still feel weird saying that because I feel like everyone knows what to do now. But I will upload that Fools video in the future, like literally sometime this week. But okay, you guys, I think that's it. So remember, be yourself, spread love, stay beautiful, and I will see you next week. Bye!